The phrase AI agent is everywhere right now. Every company claims to have one, but most people, including a lot of people building them, can't actually explain what makes something an agent. So let's fix that. In the next few minutes, you'll understand exactly what an AI agent is, how it works under the hood, and where it breaks. No hype. Let's decode it. Here's the simplest definition that actually holds up. An AI agent is a system that takes a goal and pursues it by deciding its own steps, using tools, and acting in a loop until the goal is met. The key word is acts. A normal chatbot generates text and then stops. An agent generates an action, runs it, looks at what happened, and decides what to do next. Think of it like the difference between an advisor and an assistant. A chatbot is an advisor. You ask, it answers, and the work is still yours. An agent is an assistant you can hand a task to. Book me a flight, fix this bug, research this topic, and it goes and does it. The chatbot waits for your next message. The agent keeps going on its own. So how does it keep going? Underneath, almost every agent runs the same simple loop. Just 3 steps. Think, act, observe. It reasons about what to do next, takes one action, looks at the result, and then repeats. That loop is the whole trick. Everything else is just detail. Let's slow that down. In the think step, the model, the brain, reasons in plain language about the current state and picks the next action. In the act step, it doesn't just talk. It calls a tool. It searches the web, runs code, queries a database. In the observe step, it reads the tool's output and feeds it back into its own context. Then it thinks again, now smarter than before. This pattern even has a name: reason and act, react. An agent is really 4 parts working together. The first is the model, the large language model at the center. This is the reasoning engine. It's what decides at each step what the agent should do next. A more capable model means better planning and fewer dumb mistakes. But the model alone is just a brain in a jar. It needs the other 3 parts to actually do anything. The second part is tools. Tools are how the agent touches the real world. A tool is just a function the model is allowed to call. Search the web, send an email, run a query, execute code. Without tools, an agent can only talk. With tools, it can act. Modern agents can be given dozens of tools, and they choose which one to use for each step. That choice is part of thinking. Third, memory. Within a task, the agent has to remember what it's already tried. That's short-term memory, held in its context window. But context is limited, so longer-running agents also use long-term memory. They write important facts to an external store and retrieve them later. Memory is what lets an agent work on something for more than a few steps without losing the plot. Fourth, planning. Simple agents just react step by step. But for harder goals, agents plan first. They break the goal into subtasks and work through them. Some even critique their own work and retry. The more autonomy you give an agent over its own plan, the more powerful it gets, and the more ways it can go wrong. Let's make it concrete. Say you tell an agent, find me the cheapest direct flight to Lisbon next Friday, and put it on my calendar. Step 1, it thinks, I need flight data. It acts. It calls a flight search tool. It observes the results. It thinks again. This one is cheapest and direct. It acts. It calls the calendar tool. It observes. Event created. It thinks. Goal met. Done. 4 tool calls, 1 loop, 0 messages back to you. That's an agent. Here's where the marketing gets muddy, because not everything called an agent is one. There's a spectrum. A fixed script that calls an AI at one step is a workflow. The path is hard-coded, an assistant answers and suggests, but you act. A true agent decides its own path and acts on it. The test is simple. Who chooses the next step? The developer or the model? If the model is choosing and acting in a loop, it's an agent. Now the part the demos skip. Agents are unreliable in specific, predictable ways. They hallucinate, confidently taking a wrong action. They get stuck in loops, repeating the same failed step, and small errors compound. A 10-step task at 90% reliability per step succeeds only about a third of the time. Plus, every step costs tokens and time. This is why most real agents are tightly constrained. Fewer tools, guardrails, and a human checkpoint on anything risky. So why is everyone obsessed with this? Because the loop generalizes. The same think, act, observe pattern that books of flight can write and debug code, run research, or operate software for you. As models get better at reasoning and tools get richer, the agent gets more capable without changing the recipe. We're early, but this is the shape of how we'll work with AI. Quick recap. An agent is a system that pursues a goal by looping. Think, act, observe. It's built from 4 parts: a model, tools, memory, and planning. It's defined by autonomy. The model chooses and acts, and it's powerful, but brittle. So the good ones are carefully constrained. If that finally made AI agents click, you'll like the rest of this channel. We decode one AI concept every week. No hype, just the mental model you actually need. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.